Okay, these are some of my favorite quotations that I came across over the years, and some are about the Constitution, Bill of Rights, and religion. So I just thought I'd share them with you, and you can take them however you want them. All right, the first one is by Abe Lincoln. He said, I quote, "I see a very dark cloud on America's horizon, and that cloud is coming from Rome," unquote. Next one is by in the administration of George Washington and signed into law by John Adams. Quote, "The government of the United States is not in any sense founded on the Christian religion," unquote. Treaty of Tripoli, Article 2, written during the administration of George Washington and signed into law by John Adams. The next one is by Robert Greene Ingersoll, born in 1833, died in 1899. We've got a few of Robert's here coming up. Okay, first one, "Religion can never reform mankind because religion is slavery," unquote. Next one is by Abe Lincoln. Quote, "At what point then is the approach of danger to be expected? I answer, if it ever reach us, it must spring up among us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be the author and finisher. As a nation of freemen, we must live through all time or die by suicide," unquote. Abraham Lincoln, January 27th, 1838. Next one is also by Abe Lincoln. "You can fool all the people part of the time and part of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time." July 27th, 1858. Next one is by Theodore Roosevelt. Quote, "To announce that there must be no criticism of the president, or that we are to stand by the president right or wrong, is not only unpatriotic and servile, but is morally treasonable to the American public," unquote. First Amendment protects the freedoms to express oneself without government censorship. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's in the Bill of Rights, 1791. Another one by Abe Lincoln here, quote, "I must stand with anybody that stands right, stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong," unquote. Okay, another one by Abe Lincoln, quote, "The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. We must free ourselves, and then we shall save our country." December 1st, 1862, message to Congress. That was right toward the start of the Civil War. 1861 to 1865 was the Civil War. Okay, this next one is also by Abe Lincoln. "Don't interfere with anything in the Constitution. That must be maintained, for it is the only safeguard of our liberties. And not to Democrats alone do I make this appeal, but to all who love these great and true principles," unquote. August 27th, 1856. Okay, another one by Lincoln. Quote, "Let us then turn this government back into the channel which the framers of the Constitution originally placed it, unquote. He also said, quote, "The people are the rightful masters of both Congress and courts, not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who pervert it," unquote. That was September 1859. Okay, let's see. This next one is by James Madison, 1751 to 1836. Quote, "In no instance have the churches been guardians of the liberties of the people," unquote. He also said, "The civil government functions with complete success by the total separation of the church from the state," unquote. This next one is by Mark Twain. "Man is a religious animal. Man is the only religious animal. He is the only animal that loves his neighbor as himself and cuts his throat if his theology isn't straight," unquote. This next one is also by Mark Twain, who was born in 1835 and died in 1910. Quote, "The Christian Bible is a drugstore. Its contents have remained the same, but the medieval or the medical practice continues. For 800 years these changes were slight, scarcely noticeable. The dull and ignorant physician, day and night, and all the days and all the nights, drenched his patient with vast and hideous doses of the most repulsive drugs to be found in the store stock. He kept him religious sick for 19 centuries and allowed him not a well day during all that time," unquote. Mark Twain. Okay, this next one is by Ferdinand August Bebel, B-E-B-E-L. Okay, quote, "Christianity is the enemy of liberty and of civilization. It has kept mankind in chains," unquote. Let's see, okay, another one by, this one's by Robert Greene Ingersoll. Quote, "Whoever imagines himself a favorite with God holds other people in contempt. Whenever a man believes he has the exact truth from God, there is in that man no spirit of compromise. He has not the modesty born of the imperfections of human nature. He has the arrogance of theological certainty and the tyranny born of ignorant assurance. Believing himself to be the slave of God, he imitates his master, and of all tyrants the worst is a slave in power," unquote. This one is by Ulyssess Grant, born in 1822, died in 1885. Quote, "Leave the matter of religion to the family altar. The church and the private schools supported entirely by private contributions. Keep the church and state forever separated," unquote. Okay, a few by Karl Marx here. Quote, "The first requisite for the happiness of the people is the abolition of religion," unquote. He was born in 1818 and died in 1883. Quote, "Religion is the opium of the people," unquote. Here's another one he said, "There is nothing more terrible and humiliating than to be the slave of the slave." Another one, "The past lies like a nightmare on the present." Okay, let's see if we have one by Arthur Schopenhauer, 1788 1860. Quote, religion is the masterpiece of the art of animal training, for it trains people as to how they shall think, unquote. There's another one by him. The fruits of Christianity were religious wars, butcheries, crusades, inquisitions, extermination of the natives in America, and the introduction of African slaves in their place, unquote. This next one is by General Marquis de Lafayette, 1757-1834, French Revolutionary. Quote, if the liberties of the American people are ever destroyed, they will fall by the hands of the clergy, unquote. All right, I think, let's see, there's a few others here. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. That was by George Santayana, 1905. And let's see if I got a couple more for you here. Let's see. Yes, this one's by Friedrich Nietzsche, 1844 to 1900, a German philosopher. Quote, I call Christianity the one great curse, the one great intrinsic depravity, the one great intrinsic for revenge, for which no expedient is sufficiently poisonous, secret, subterranean, and petty. I call it the one mortal blemish of mankind, unquote. Another one by him, quote, two great European narcotics, alcohol and Christianity, unquote. All right, let's see. Okay, this one is by Abe Lincoln. I thought it was very interesting. Quote, the legitimate object of government is to do for a community of people whatever they need to have done, but cannot do at all or cannot do so well for themselves in their separate and individual capacities. So instead of focusing so much on war, people need help with a lot of different things. And that's where a lot of our money should be going into helping us, America first, not any other country first. Okay, let's see. Abe Lincoln said, quote, our government rests in public opinion. Whoever can change public opinion can change government, unquote. 1856 speech at Chicago. All right. Anyway, there's a lot going on in this country. We are very divided. Speaking of division, Jesus said, and Abraham Lincoln said, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So we need to unite in one purpose here and love one another and focus on helping one another. Treat others the way you would want to be treated. I don't think you would want bombs to be dropped on your head. Jesus said, blessed are the peacemakers, for they are the children of God. What's the opposite of that? Cursed are the warmongers, for they are the children of the devil. So, when are we going to learn that war is not the answer? It's just horrible. It's just horrible. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say. I'm very concerned about what's going on in the world today. I am making this video here in April, start of April 2026. And I'm a very spiritual person, I really am. But it doesn't take any brains to know that there's been so many wars that have been revolved and stem, have the roots in religion, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. I mean, that's what we're in right now with this war with Israel and Iran and the United States attacking Iran. This is a farce. And you would think that we should have learned from our past mistakes as a country. But it's religion. This is the root of all of this is religion again. So I wish the world would wake up to realize that you can't force your religious beliefs on another nation. Just stop it. Just stop it. If you want to pray and you want to practice your own religion, pray in your closet. Keep it to yourself. Don't shove it down other people's throats. And I want people to love one another. I want people to be kind-hearted, to strive to bring peace into the world, So that's where my heart's at, and I just wanted to, recite some of these old quotations by very famous people. So this isn't just, my take on religion and how it has done a lot of damage. So anyway, I wish you all well. Peace.